Test.
Testing.
Okay, this works. Let's see what comes.
Give me a minute. I'll be right there. Making myself a drink before we get started. Okay, so what can we see that the market is doing right now? For me, we are going for this opening gap. The market has been going sideways for a few hours. So we're inside a ranging box right now. We can see we started, like I said, it would be an opening that will jump up. I was expecting this. I was expecting a little bit higher prices. Immediately after that, we actually stopped. So we will probably take out those equal highs right here, right now. Hit this for value gap, and then I want to see going back down actually. So this is what I believe is going to happen right now. So we came in a 15-minute right here, also a half hour. It took a while before we started moving up, but we are now moving in that direction. Morning, Beaumont. Morning, Anthony. So Friday's prediction was correct, actually, and we got wicked out by a few points. So Friday's trade that we took was, or I took, was actually in here, this leg up. I wanted to see it hit this fair value gap. I wanted to take it as low as we could, and we swept it actually before we moved back up. Did not expect us to do this, really not. And Q just wanted to take some liquidity somewhere and then continue to rally actually. So here we'll probably take out all this liquidity to the upside, first of all, and then definitely we will go fill up this opening gap. So we have about a 100-point gap. Yeah. So this will definitely get filled up today. We are too close by right now to not do it. As long as we are ranging right here in this small area, I'm not going to take a trade. I want to be definitely sure that we move in a direction. For me, we are still in this up movement. So I'll explain what actually happens. So in this part, for me, we are actually moving lower. So in the total sentence right now, I believe the market is going to go a bit lower. If we take our FIB2, so this was previous week, we made this full break of structure. Here there was the break of structure, so, and this was the full move. So after this movement, we went back up. We had a nice retest. So of this, so this was the first break of structure we had. We had a 50% retest off of it. So now we're actually in this one. We closed again. So now we didn't tap that 50 level yet. So we probably go to that 50 level first, a 62 maybe, and then continue lower before we have any actions. But for now, I'll be patient and see what the market wants to do. Does it come to take out the lower part of the liquidity and we hit this fair value gap? We probably will find some 15-minute on, then to long, back to that fair value of price, where the market can react off and then come back down. I'm going to take a look if we have any news today. At 10 o'clock, we have some news, but for the rest, it's actually pretty okay. Morning, Vele. Hope the sound is okay, that you can hear me clear. So Anisha is not in the stream today, so she will not be joining. She's feeling a little bit less good today. So the market is slowly moving up, but it's actually very, very slow. So let this play out here. I will not touch this movement until we see a clear direction. So just be patient. We're just ranging here. So I got some exciting news actually that I can share. I'll have a real location soon when you can come to trade with me. We'll be located in Belgium to start with. So instead of seeing me online trade, you could do it live with me. I want to see if I can help the mental part faster if I do it live with all of you, so that I can actually see what you're doing hands on. So the reason why I said that this is a choppy market, or that we are actually ranging, is because for value gaps don't hold any value at this point. So again, I'm not touching anything until we are actually ready to see that we got out of this ranging part. It's Monday morning, so we have plenty of time. You're very welcome. I want to make sure that I actually can help the traders a lot faster this way. If I can see how you think and I do it and this way, you probably will be able to let go of certain trades faster. So the whole movement again, what we actually did was, well, I'll explain again for everybody. So we made a break of structure right here to the downside. I'll leave it on the screen, maybe it's easier. So this is a 4-hour chart that I actually so after the break of structure that we made, we actually tend to go back to fair value of price. This was what I was expecting Friday to get hit. We missed it by what, a half a point or something. So that 62 level is still free, so we can still go to that 62 level, but there's just a good of chance that we go back down right here. So until I have a clear view of what the market wants to do, I'll be a bit more patient. This is why the previous move, that was actually this one, had a full retest 2 of that structure. So we had that 62 level, came back into it. we moved down, we had a new break of structure here, and we had again that 50 level that we were aiming for, and now we're 62 and then go back down. We'll probably see more at open what the market will do about 20 minutes from now. And if you are not able to stay off the charts and just watching, and just lock yourself out so that you don't do anything until we actually see a movement. The good thing is if I'm physically with you guys, that I would not allow you guys to open your computer. This way you could not do anything. The thing is, if you have to watch my screen, the computer has to be open. That's a very good question, Anthony. Morning, Arjun. I'll take a look. What did we do? We hit 60K on Bitcoin. Nice. So if you would want a long off of something, I would take this for value gap right here on 52, 55, 200 and bits. Put your stop at the lows. And you can long then to those equal highs right here somewhere, this part. So I'll explain what happened also here. It's actually almost the same. So take this one off. We hit that 70, 80 level. So we actually hit the full retest of our break of structure from the upside. So this was a break to the upside. This was the retest. So here is the crucial point, what the market will show us what it wants to do. Now, if you're buying spot, this is a very good opportunity to buy spot actually. You can put your stop 7% lowers. So if we breach, so say that you are buying spot and you want to keep your capital as good as possible. If we breach this level, I would sell it again and be patient until the next liquidity has been taken, and then we will have an entry somewhere way lower. So that means that you could give 7% to gain an easy 23%. Because if we go up, we will take out these equal highs here. And if this BOS structure is full correct, we actually would take out the highs again. So that means that you would give 7% to get 45% up. So that's a 1 out of 4 something. That's a very great risk to reward ratio right here. That's 1 out of 7. So this is if you get these kind of trades, this can take a while, guys. So this is spot really, but this is a very nice trade. But your question was, what will the market do? I don't have a glass ball right now, so I'm actually being patient. But I believe the market will go up at least to this previous week gap. So this is this area. And that's still from where we are at another 10% up. Once we take out this low, then our structure is done. And the market is actually going to keep falling. And then we could hit all the way back to 68 something. That would be my first idea. this little gap right here. Not big, but still one. So 65 would be my first idea, and that would be where I want to see end of Bitcoin's drop, actually, because they always come to go back to the previous highs. Look, it's about the same high, the previous one here. So this was bull run of 2017. We went up, we came back in 2023, back to the level from 2017, the highs. So now we had the rally up, so I believe we will come back to around 58 maximum. So that would be actually around this area. Maybe if we wanted to take this liquidity right out too, we could come back to like that 50,000 level, but I don't believe us to go ever below 50K again. I don't think we will ever get to this 32,000 here. If we do, I would buy everything that I have for money available. But at this point, it looks like it can continue up. This is the part where you actually should, if you follow a structured plan of break of structure and continuation, this is the area where you have to buy. It's not whether if it will or not. It's really matter of point of view of doing it, because that's the area where you should always buy, no matter what. And you also have to predetermine when to let go of that spot again. Are you willing to sit it out for another 2.5 years and keep the money in a spot location? You can just buy right here. That would be very great. If you cannot and don't have the capacity to leave that money for 2.5 years, you just have to be okay with it 7% lower. You have to sell it again and then rebuy even lower until that move does come up. If the move starts to move up again, you, like you said, you could have a 40% gain on that money. So 7% giving with 40% gaining is actually a huge amount. That's a very good risk reward. I would take that any day. Yeah, it's a crystal ball, I know. In Belgium, it's a glass ball. I know in English term it's a crystal ball, but that didn't came to my mind when I was speaking. So still chopping here. We got about 30 minutes till open. I'll have to charge my computer for a second, or otherwise. And the reason why I also want to have a physical location is it's going to be more fun to meet people. So if you ever are in the area, that we actually can meet up with each other, have some fun. Because trading is more than actually trading. You also need a lot of good health. So because we sit around a long time, we don't do much behind the computer except using our brain. We need to exercise beside it. We need to be able to let go of the mental movement that we made so that you actually can relax a little bit more. So again, just be patient. Don't trade in this area, guys. Let this choppiness go by. It will pass. Some moments it will show its hand. Look, we've been a few hours sideways, choppiness. So no for value gaps in the hourly candles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let those 10 hours do its thing. Yeah, it's still okay. That's one way to do it. So we drove back home yesterday. What's ASAX? I have no idea what ASAX is. What do you mean, Azul? I have no idea what ASAX is. I mean, oh, AVAX. Oh, yeah. AVAX. At this point, I believe everything is just flushed. For me, it looks like it wants to take out this wick. Like this is slowly falling down any fair value gap to the upside. Take it back down. It does not look like it wants to hold. This just looks like it wants to continue falling. Look how beautiful this trend line even holds. So there's a huge amount of liquidity. Every time when we hit this spot, they actually start shorting it. So for any movement to the upside, you need to get above $31 to actually see that the market wants to continue up. At this point, I would not touch any altcoins, not even ETH. I would touch. This is like the only one that I maybe see going up, but I believe we could even touch a 2K Ethereum before continuing up. Everything looks like it just wants to continue down at this point. I will not touch any altcoins right now. No, as an investment, guys, if you are an investor and you want to buy spot cryptocurrencies, keep them for a long time. You'll be a rich man in 5 to 10 years if you keep doing it. Rich, I mean, have enough for a few years to go by. So I know a lot of that. If you have a few that you can overbridge a few years, that's also good. I thought it was a global. If anything that we say. I believe everybody is still asleep. We're only with 4 in the stream today. That's Mondays.
That's why it's.
So we got another 20 minutes before 9 o'clock. So I'll take a quick bathroom break. I'll be right back. If you have any questions, just pop them up. I'll take a look when I'm back. Okay, I'm back. Did we move anything? No, still at the same place. We got about 15 minutes until open. Still at that same choppiness movement. Okay, it looks like we're finally starting to move out of this choppy areas. That would be great to see. Now we probably will find some form of an entry. We just took that internal liquidity right now. So once we get above those highs, we can form a 15-minute gap somewhere that we can continue. Love to see this happening. And we probably can take it up to those equal highs on the sides and afterwards to that 6.2 level. Still my main idea for this week. As the market develops, we probably will continue a bit lower. So we will take out these highs here. That's the first high I want to see get taken. And we will have some form of a retest to this gap, and then we can continue the long off of it. I would say to the higher part of this for value gap, max to that wick. I would take it and then see what the market wants to do. We got about 10 more minutes till open. Not in anything right now, just being patient. So again, for anybody that ever starts the morning sessions, market like this, if you go to the hourly, don't touch it. If you see this kind of movement, immediately and if I'm not around, I would say just close your book and come back an hour later. So you have a nice 5-minute candle right now. We came into the higher part right now. I want to see what do we do. because now we are back on the top level of this ranging part. And so there's a big possibility, if we keep ranging, that we will stop right here and that we will continue to fall back down. If we do not, and we are done with the ranging part, we will take out the highs, and we will have a retest, and then we can continue to long to those equal highs. Now we take out those highs. Let's see what we do here. We got 9 minutes still open. We took the highs right now. We got didn't get a strong rejection off of it, so we tapped this opening right now. There is a possibility that we continue right now. But it looks like it wants to go a bit higher. I believe also that was orb to the upside, of pre-orb to the upside. So anybody that just joined the stream, as long as we are in this ranging part, like I said before, I am not trading. I want to see a clear direction where the market wants to head to before doing anything. This is just not the market that you want to be trading. Unless you are a very good scalper. But I would not recommend it. What's the Asia high? The candle, the first wick that created at open. Also, could we take that orb, but if you want to take this orb, I would actually want to see it hit this fair value gap again. So if it hit this low, somewhere in between this level, I would take it to the upside. I would take it that side. Okay, wait, wrong chart. So I would actually want to see it hit between those levels. And when it hits here, I would take it to that side then. Then you can put your stop under this. That means if the market continues, that it should, after this tap, continue to the upside. That would be my idea, so that you have like just below the wick, or in this area actually, that would be a tap and a continuation. That would be the tap. And then now you could have that continuation move to the upside. This is how I would play it. So we tapped at 3 minutes, so we should see in the next 50 seconds then a strong move back up. But first of all, like I said, we are ranging, and as long as I'm in this ranging part, I am not trading. So it's up to you if you have orb as a play. This could be your entry point right here. When we just tapped. Once the market moves away from this entry, you can put your stop at your entry point for yourself, so that you're actually secure just before open. So we got 4 minutes till open, so that you're actually good with it. But for me, this was a liquidity grab right here. A bit of rejection off of it, and then now back in that ranging part. So this is the ranging box, guys. So I'll even make it a bit fatter, so you guys can see it better. So this, I'll make it purple. This is no trading zone for me. The reason why I said this area would be a good area, first of all, look, we had a 5 minute fair value gap right here. We had a 3 minute fair value gap right here. So if the market should continue to the upside, it doesn't need to go all the way back down. So it already was here for a very long time. So it just took out that liquidity right now. And after that tap, it should just continue. It should not stall around here. Not after 6 hours of stalling already. If it does stall, it probably just go back down all the way to take out the lower part of the liquidity again. So then it's better to put your stop straight back to break even a lot faster, and then be okay with it. If the market does continue and stops you out, be okay with it. If it doesn't, also be okay with it. But do not jump back in once the market does rally after it hits your stop first and then it rallies off. Do not jump back in. Just let the market then do its thing. There's no point in it. It's just like giving free money then to the market. Or better said, product. So we've got a minute till open. We will see what open brings. If open starts moving up fast, we will take out those equal highs immediately. So orb upside, this would be my first target. Those equal highs. And Anthony, yes, this is Asia high. So this is why I said go pretty fast to break even, because open can do some things. So here's open. This is open right now. So it was definitely a nice push down. So like I said, go above, we will go straight back to that low. This is why I don't trade ranging parts. So you can trade it. I can explain also how, if you want to. So how can you trade a ranging box? Take again, just your flip tool, take it from the high to the low, and set out in your coordinates that 0.5, 1, a half. I'll make a few others. 0.25. I explained this already, so some of you already know this. And then the 0.75. You don't need the rest. And you trade from highs to zeros. So you trade from the 0.5 and you short to that 0.25 and the other way around too. So you're long from 0.25 to 0.5. Anything below here, it's a long entry, and this is a short entry. So it would look something like this. If you would short anything above here after a liquidity sweep, just above that ranging box, I would do it always. And you take it just to that low. So that's about a 1.8. You can trade it, but once we get out of it, then of course you would get stuck inside. As long as we are ranging, this works perfectly fine. An hour in stream, no trades yet. Still the same movement as an hour ago. Does not really look like it wants to take any direction yet. Look, anybody that's in this stream with me and is eager to trade and you have no idea how to trade, please lock yourself out, guys. This is not a market you want to be trading. Be the grown-up trader that you're supposed to be. Look at yourself if you're trading and ask yourself, is this worth it? Or am I just eager to press buttons? If that is the second case, lock yourself out now and come back in the afternoon session. I don't want anybody to give an account because of this kind of movement. I said, do not trade. If you are trading just because some high got taken and some entry, look, the only thing that you could trade right here is sideways movement, like I just explained. Anything above 0.5 stops at the high, and you target that 0.25. That's the only way that you can trade this. You just take your fib tool from the highs of that range block to the lows, and this is how you trade it, from this level to this level. Not just in between, not the highs and not the lows. You don't take the maximum out of this kind of movement. That's the only way you can trade it. Because per value gaps don't hold any value right now. We just go straight through them. So we came to the upsides, we ignored them. So this is why I know it was ranging, because we took out a low right here when this was a 15-minute for value gap and it didn't hold. Other way around, just the same. So this was a 30-minute and a 15-minute for value gap here that we would go back to the upsides. What did we do? We take out the highs. So the lower part didn't hold for this part and the higher part didn't hold for the other one. So we're ranging. I'm not trading. I know that the market is tend to go back to those equal highs, but we got a gap, opening gap for 100 points. So if it wants to fill up this gap because left open orders, it's fine. But I am not doing anything unless we are out of this 100 points. Yeah, this is a 100-point move, guys. This is not worth trading it. Just be patient. I know patience is not always the fun thing about trading, but believe me, if you're doing an activity that you don't like, it's just the same. You are 8 hours at an activity sometimes, and if you don't like it, or your job and you don't like it, it's also boring. So trading needs to be boring. And I'm here telling you that you cannot do anything unless of those movements that I just showed. That's all. If you are doing something, ask yourself why. Does it help me get to the point that I want to be? Do you want to be a professional trader, or you want to be just somebody that press buttons and keep doing it over and over again? I'm not calling anybody out or talking to anybody special in particular. I'm actually talking to all of you. If anybody does this, ask yourself why you do it. Because I would be a very bad mentor if I didn't tell you you should be doing this. And I like to trade too. Believe me, guys. I love trading. Otherwise, I wouldn't be teaching it. But I also recognize when not to trade. It's not good for yourself, not for your mental health, not for your abilities of trading, your skill upgrading. It's exactly not good for anything at all. Look how almost accurate that was. Look, that's back to that 25, almost that 25 level we came to, and we start to move again. Look, even this 15-minute right now for value gap didn't hold. So we took out a low. The only thing where we came to was a small void, I believe, but I don't see. Can you see it on? Yeah, right here. So we came to this small void. We came into it, and we start reacting off of it. You could only see it on 1 minute, actually. But we're still ranging, guys. Nothing happened. Can you trade off of this? Yes, you can put your stop at a low and take a 1 contract or a 10 contract long straight out of it if you want to. You would have been up 2R already. But like again, I'm not trading this kind of movements. I'm just patient. This makes you a great trader, learning when to trade and learning when not to trade. Once you master that skill completely, you're there. Yeah. You could not see that on a 15-minute, but that means if the 15-minute for value gap did not hold, also see it on a bigger picture, guys. So if a 1 minute holds and a 15-minute does not, that means that there is no much value in this market. Look, for value gaps, we ignored them. Upside for value gaps, we ignored them. So both sides got constantly taken out. So it's no use of trading them. Just be okay with it for not trading that day. If you're too eager, just log yourself out. Don't trade. Look, if you're eager to jump in a trade right now, I want you to breathe 10 times in and out. If you see the market still the same, and you still feel that same feeling, it's not no FOMO or something, but if you still feel actually secure to trade, you can jump into anything if you want to. I would not do it. It's no use. I'm not spending any money on this kind of market. Look, I'm mentoring you guys. If you guys should look, if I'm not trading, ask yourself, why would you? I see those entry points, guys. I saw them all. Doesn't matter. Doesn't mean that I have to take them all. I'm here to tell you one strategy over and over again is more than enough. We're now 15 minutes in open. This was that movement. So we're here, we have orb. It's about a 70 point. 56 point. So decent range. But now on this 5 minute, how can we tell now what the market will do? On this 5 minute, we cannot, because we had a fair value gap here. We have one on the other side. So we had an inverted fair value gap. What actually indicates that the market continues to go lower. We just took out a high. So this fair value gap and this one didn't hold anything right now. So what the market will do probably is continue now to Asia high. So it took out, swept a little bit of liquidity, and it will go. It is possible it can go to the Asia high, but we're still in this box. So and if we continue up, we will probably go to that TP1, perfectly fine, but not because we are here. We have to trade. We're just here to be watching the market until we got that entry point. If you want to spend your money to the markets and just give it to them, I'm okay with it. I'm just telling you, it's not smart. See you in New York session, Anthony. Enjoy. It's not a funny session. It's just really a chopped session. So if it's a ranging session, go over the education I gave you guys. So in one of the lessons, there is 3 kind of markets. There are markets we don't trade. So which markets do we not trade? That's first of all a chopped market and a ranging market. I don't trade either of them. We can trade ranging markets if they're big enough, but this is not big enough to trade. It's only like 100 points. If we watch this kind of move, look, I'm gonna explain exactly everything. So here we made a change in character to the upside. We tapped the liquidity, we came back. Okay, great. We moved up. What did we do? We made again a BOS to the upside. So we tapped again, we came back up, we made again a break of structure to the upside. So the market should continue up right here. There is that possibility. This is why I said in the beginning, I believe Saturday or Sunday, I said the market will probably go up in Discord, hit that 50 level above it, and then continue to that lower part. But unless we are actually seeing it happening, it's better to just keep your hands off of that market. So now we probably come back to this lower part. We have a little gap right here too. So if we fall, we come to this 5 minute again. We did again exactly the same. So we're just ranging. We came back inside our ranging box. So unless we see a clear direction, so no 15-minute for valley gaps yet created either. So nothing that I can see what I can trade off right now. So we probably will not have any entries, but that's okay. We're not here to look for entries. We're here to be patient until they show up and then actually take that entry when it gets there. At this point, I don't see any. I actually don't like these kind of markets. Oh, this is very strange. Did we take out Asia high already? So on MNQ we took out Asia high, just seen. So Asia high is way lower on MNQ today. Yeah, we just took out Asia high on MNQ, I see. Yeah, I just opened the chart, so to take a look where to find anything. So this is quite strange because MNQ is something 35. That's like more than 10 points. Here's some mess too. Thank you. So this is 555 and the other one is 35. So let's take a look. MNQ, what does it be? Definitely a strange area. Yeah, you can sometimes see we have a few points different, but that's actually 10 points different. So that's actually a lot. So here was the tap of Asia high. On NQ. I'll say it like this. Let's take a look what mass is doing. Do we have the same kind of movement? Look, on mass was way clearer. So this was Friday. This could have been the entry where we took. That was actually the stop that I wanted to see. And on mass, we would have had stayed in there straight. On MNQ, we did not. On ES, actually. So we're just taking out the highs. Let's see how we act right here. So this is the crucial point. Does the market just needs Asia high? And do we then fill up this opening gap? Or do we go straight to those equal highs just above? It will need this liquidity, definitely, if it wants to go all the way back down. So still no entry points. So just still being patient. So the good thing is now we're outside this ranging part. We took out Asia high, so most of the liquidity has been taken here. Now I want to see a 15-minute fair value gap get created so that we can continue in the direction that the market wants to go. If we continue, if we create somewhere a 15-minute fair value gap in this, just above this ranging part, I would enter it and put my stop just under this 15-minute candle. I will not put it all the way down here. I would just put it under this one. Where would my target be? Equals or even this part here, around that 800 level. Make it 780 to be sure that we get that target. We got news at 10, so let's see what happens at 10 o'clock. I'll stay online for a few more minutes after 10. If we are lucky, we get an entry point. If not, it will be for this afternoon then. That's also fine. So we got rejected of Asia high on a 5-minute base. We had an infinite candle to the downside. So we will definitely now, if this market, if the value gap starts making sense again, and the candles are actually showing what it wants to do, we will probably go to these 5 minutes just below us too. We have 2 5-minute value gaps right here. If we can tap them, I want to see how we act off of it. If we tap them. Okay, so that was a less interesting market today. Good for the patients, this one. I know some of you would not have the patience to do it, but if you can and you have the patience not to trade, this is what will make you a great trader actually. So update on the funded account that I was doing with you guys. I'm on $172 balance right now, in a positive way. Okay, it's 20 before 10 right now, and still no for value gaps created or anything where I can actually see that we can trade off. Maybe write this one if we can keep that one open. Let's see what he is doing. Do we have some movement? Oh. Normally I would be in a very hot land today. Oh, I was really not happy with my van. Especially not with the person that actually fixed it. Come on, guys. That was actually... Look, in the way back, it was even worse. Oh, he actually detached a cable to my... I don't know. I'm not going to take a look how it's actually called in English. So in your vehicles, you have actually where you can steer with it. It actually has an engine under it, so that you actually don't that you can actually move your steering wheel very easy. So he detached a cable where the oil should be in that actually comes to my pump, and uh, I lost all my oil along the way. So I was a very good garage, I must say. Instead of helping me, he actually made something actually a little bit not good for me. So he actually made more expenses than was needed. So I probably will have to change the pump now too, because it drove. I just seen it along the way, but still was like 200 kilometers I need to do. So I drove 200 kilometers without it, without any oil inside. I hope it still works. You don't need it actually to drive, but if it's on it, it's easier, especially with a van. So it's 15 minutes to 10. Let's see if we have. Yeah, it was not my. It was not intentional because we should been. Actually, we wanted to go to take the ferry and to go out over to Africa. So we actually want to go way deep. But at this point, it's like, um, yeah, was not able to stay out of our van for a week because we had a cat and a dog with us, and most of the hotels don't actually allow to let a German Shepherd get into your hotel room. A cat we could smuggle in, but a German Shepherd, that's something different. You cannot actually put that in a bag or something. Or under your jacket. He's like bigger than I am, so I would have been a very strange thing to see. I would have been high pregnant. The market is just stalling right now. I believe it's being patient for that news at 10 o'clock. It's a red folder, but don't think it will do that much. So that had been a very exciting market, I must say, today. The only entry point that I can see right now is or this 15-minute fair value gap if we can tap it, or somewhere in this opening gap. Otherwise, I don't see anything that we can actually trade off. Goedemorgen. Je mag dan kijken wat je graag zou doen. We gaan dan een keer opzoeken wat je dat kan doen. Is het goed? Ik heb dan nog iets extra om te doen in de week een keer. Of 2 keer in de week normaal trainen, zoiets. Ja, het is trainen en match, hè. Dus de zondag is dan match dat je mag spelen ook.
Zoals zaterdag nooit gaan we opgeven.
Op zaterdag, ja. Maar dan ik iets anders moet. Een keer hier doen, een keer niet doen en een keer wel dat doen. Hè. Dat is de keuze wat je maakt. Hè. Je kunt niet alles, hè. Als je het graag doet, ga je dat graag opgeven. Hè.
Maar ik wil het eerst testen.
Ga je dat testen?
Ik papa niet mee.
So no movement yet. Ja, Heston. Ik is wel bezig, Heston.
Of niemand geweest bij die kippen?
Nee?
Nee. Ik heb ook niets gezegd.
Ja, toch maar een weekje. Als ze nog eten, joh.
Ja, het was helemaal over opgesmeten. Het was al weg.
Wat er eten?
Het was al weg, ja.
Oei.
Me passeert hier iedere dag.
Dat is al deze mensen terecht om te helpen. He.
Eerst die opening was de radio. In de ene keer heeft. Oh.
So, still being patient, guys. Nothing happening. Market is sitting here, chopping. Slowly moving to that first TP that's on the screen, but still no entry points. We have a 15-minute for value gap just below. And we got about 3 minutes till that news. Let's see if we get that tap. If we do get that tap, I would love to enter that part. But then, unless we get that tap, there's not much we can do. Oh, what an exciting market today. 30 seconds to the news. What did it show, that news? Not much, actually. So on a 15-minute base, we got rejected twice from the same highs. Hourly does look strong, so that's good to see for that continuation movement. So it's 10 o'clock for me. No entry models, nothing shown. So that will be probably it for me for the stream. Doesn't look like we will have any trades in the morning session. That's okay. We have an afternoon session too, so we can probably have a good trade this afternoon then, once we get out of this choppiness.
Papa, er zat een paspoort van iemand in onze brievenbus.
Paspoort?
Ja, kijk. Een paspoort van iemand. Was dat de bedoeling om te krijgen? Zat er allemaal zomaar in.
Probably not.
Hij is heel gekreukeld. Het is een brief van iets. Uitnodiging, zegt hij. Ja.
Okay, so that was it for me. Yeah, same for me. Market is just sitting here, not doing anything. Moment, I have the same idea. So no trades for this session. Market is just doing nothing, so I'll be patient. If we see anything, I'll share it. I'll go do my other stuff right now. Thank you for being here, guys. Like always, appreciate it. Thanks for the thumbs up. I'll see you back in the afternoon session. I will not trade this market until we see a clear breach. Just leave it alone. Enjoy.
Paspoort. Vrienden zijn.